Once there was a great mountain called Trikuta, which was encircled by ocean of milk rich in mineral wealth. Its great beauty was often enjoyed by Siddhas, Gandharvas, Kinnaras and Apsaras. In a particular valley of that mountain, there existed a garden belonging to Varunadev named Rituman. On all sides, it was graced with celestial trees full of flowers and fruits. In that garden, there was one beautiful lake studded with splendid golden lotuses. In that same valley, there was an elephant named Gajendra. He was so enormous and strong that he was the king of the jungle. All the wild animals used to run away if Gajendra was on that way. One day, Gajendra, with a number of his wives and children, were roaming, breaking thorny trees, and was shaking the mountain on every side by its huge weight. As the herd was thirsty and tired, they made way towards the Rutuman lake. After quenching the thirst of himself and his wives and children, he started playing and bathing in that water. Disturbed by the chaos, a very powerful alligator seized the elephant by the foot. He was too proud and arrogant to care in the beginning, but then slowly he realized that he was not able to move towards the bank. He struggled, but in vain. This tug of war lasted for 1,000 years. All his wives and children gave up and went away. He himself was tired and he was still in water and now lost all his strength. When that lord of elephants that looked upon the body alone as its self unexpectedly came face to face with this danger of life and felt absolutely powerless and incapable of liberating itself from the hold of death, it pondered for a long time and arrived to this conclusion that when such grave danger is holding you, when none of the people you believe as yours are near you and are of no help, only that supreme can be a refuge. He then proceeded to chant an excellent prayer now called as Gajendra Moksham. But how can an elephant chant such beautiful verses? Because it had learnt it by heart in its previous incarnation as King Indradyumna. The king Indradyumna was a pure devotee of Lord Vishnu and had turned to an ascetic who had taken a vow of silence. One day, when sage Agastya visited him, he found the king mute and perceived that the king had neglected to offer him water and was not welcoming. He cursed the king that since he is dull-minded like an elephant, let him be born as an elephant. Now, hearing distressed Gajendra mentally reciting the hymn, the Lord rushed towards Gajendra, mounted on back of Garuda. Seeing Sri Hari, Gajendra plucked a lotus and offered it to the Lord. Out of extreme compassion, Lord freed it from the hold of alligator and liberated to Vaikuntha. The Lord Sri Hari also promises that one who wakes up at Brahma Muhurta and extol him by means of this hymn called Gajendra Moksham would be freed from all his sins and would be given unclouded memory of the Lord at the moment of his death.